Hi guys, welcome to today's video. It's going to be on how I moved my plants. We've moved house, my plants are all here. This is like our main bedroom. It's a 2-bedroom house, but it used to be 2 rooms. So it used to be a 3-bedroom, there's a spare room over there. And you can kind of see where that was a room. So can you even see? Basically, there was a wall. It doesn't matter. This was 2 rooms, now one like freaking enormous room. Yeah, I moved all my plants in one journey. My boyfriend packed them, but I will tell you how he packed them. I didn't lose any during the move, which I was quite impressed about. And not only did I not lose any plants, I barely spilled any leca, which was what I was really worried about. A sensible person would have taken all their plants out of leca, but moving is a pain. I hate it. And we couldn't like move in like normally. We moved like all of our stuff in, and then the house needed rewiring completely. But we moved like, so basically we pay our rent at the start, at the end of the month for the next month. And then our mortgage goes out at the end of the next month. So we managed to basically like, we had 2 houses at once without paying an extra payment, which was really good. But it meant we could like camp back at our old house whilst the electrics were being done, but it was such a pain. So I just wasn't like, by the time it came to moving the plants, I was kind of done. Like if they'd have all smashed, I don't think I'd have been that bothered, which sounds extremely entitled. But at the time, I don't deal well with like lack of routine. I like my little routine, and I didn't have one for weeks. So yeah, but it all went really well. Not so well now because we've been really busy, and like I really need to sort out a bit of plant care. And we went away for a week, and it was just like, I feel like a lot's been going on. We actually moved at the end of May, start of June, and it's now August. And this is the first video I've filmed here. So yeah, it takes me a while to like settle it. So yeah, and also for hilarious reasons that, right, I said to Dave, let's get a removal firm to move all our stuff. And he's like, yeah, okay. And then he was like, now we'll just get a removal van and my mate to help. Which was fine, except we ended up with like a lot more stuff than we used to have. So when we moved from the house we've just left from our previous house, we did it in, I think, 2 van loads. This took like 6. And I don't even know how much stuff we had. I couldn't tell you what it was. Even like the plants only took 1, so it's not that. I don't know what it was. The plant moving. Firstly, congregate all your plants together. This sounds ridiculous, but do that because they have a tendency of like, just, oh my God. Look at this leaf. I know like a fully variegated leaf isn't like a great idea, but it's pink. Most of my plants look like shit at the moment. So like the happy ones, I'm very happy with. Where was that? Right. So all your plants are together. We moved all the plants together, but we also had other stuff. So we laid a quilt down, duvet, on the bottom of the van. My boyfriend did this. He moved around a lot as a kid, so he's like used to moving stuff. Probably not hundreds of plants, but right. So yeah, he's got his quilt laid down, 1 row of plants, and then he like folded the quilt up so there's a little barrier, like a little pleat. So my arms, this is the quilt. He did like a little, so then there was plants here and then another row of plants here, and he just did that like a little concertina effect, so the plants were kind of cushioned and weren't like clanking against each other, because a lot of them are in like ceramic or terracotta pots. And then around the edges he just wedged boxes and drove carefully. Now we only moved 20 minutes away, so obviously this isn't, if you're moving like 15 hours away, there's going to be additional issues. But the 8 miles from where we moved, like between like the journey was very roundabouty, extremely roundabouty. So yeah, but no smashes, everything went really well. If you are moving like further away, the biggest thing would be keeping them cool. Not keeping them cool like temperature control, because keeping them cool or like stopping them from getting too cold would be equally concerning. Don't worry about things like watering and stuff like that, like they won't care. What is interesting is that they travelled fine, got them all out, and then they were like, not sure. And they're in better light than they were. Like, this is a south-facing window and they're all here pretty much. And they're fine, and there is a little bit of neglect, but there was a bit of delayed, oh my god, what just happened to us type thing. But yeah, all in all, I was actually pretty impressed with how well they travelled. I think the main issue that they're having now is it's been like really hot here, and when it was really, really hot, when the heat wave was on, there was nobody here to water them. We had a pet sitter come and check our rabbits twice a day, but with pet sitters, she could have watered the plants, but I didn't really feel it was necessary. My Trubii Midnight, is that what it's called? Moonlight, has, I'll get it, it's having issues. So like this bit is fine, and then this bit is not. I think it did just get really thirsty, and I assumed it had pests because I'm having a bit of a thrips nightmare at the moment. In my not in the bathroom, but like I've moved all the thripsy plants into the bathroom. But I can't see any on her, and they are pretty... The soil is wet, which is really odd because... I don't know, it shouldn't be wet. I watered it a while ago, and it's not like it's in slow draining soil, because I would have noticed before. I think that's maybe a root issue. If the water isn't going away, then nothing's soaking them up. Nothing's like absorbing the water. Although, why is it not evaporating? I've been sleep watering my plants. Yeah, it's interesting. Some of my plants are really, really thriving, but a lot of them are just like, oh, we hate it here. My Thai constellation is downstairs in my hall in water. She's loving it. My Monstera's in the bathroom. He's patient 0 with thrips, but he's growing really, really fast. So there is good light here, but I think it just takes them a little while to get used to it. I'm just rambling now because I want the video to be longer, but I've told you what we did to move the plants, and yeah, it seems really simple, and like I honestly didn't think it would work. My boyfriend was quite offended, but it worked really, really well, just the little pleats between the quilt. We didn't put them in any order, literally, like at that point I didn't care. I was just passing Dave plants, like... So as well as the quilt thing, I would highly recommend you get removal people. I don't even know if they would move, if I'd have to box them up. I didn't box anything up, like plants. They all just went as is. Oh my god, I can't stop saying it's been so long since I've spoken on camera. Anyway, yes, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye!